everyone, welcome. Thank you for being here and joining me for this practice today. My name is Kelsey and I'm going to guide you through a full 1 hour yin and yang yoga practice. So if you've never done one of these on my channel before, basically we start with yin yoga for the first half of practice and then we switch to more of like maybe a Hatha or a slow flow style of practice towards the second half of class, and always we have a nice shavasana at the end to really integrate the practice. So we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. You don't need any props for this class, but if you have like blocks or a blanket to pad your knees, those are also a great thing to have around. So if you have them, bring them close. If you don't, no worries. And we're going to start in a pose called square for our first yin posture. So square is whenever you stack one shin on top of the other. So for starting off today, we're going to do the right shin on top of the left shin. And if this is uncomfortable for any reason, for your ankles, for your knees, for your hips, if you feel like you really just can't sit here with ease, because we're doing yin, I'm going to invite you to let go of the work and just sit crisscross applesauce with the right leg in front. But if this is comfortable, coming here, and we're starting with a neck release. So a little hip opener, getting into the neck and the shoulders. Because the left leg is on bottom, let's take the right ear over the right shoulder and reach the left arm around and see if you can grab a hold of your right elbow crease with your left hand. And then once you arrive in the shape, arriving to your breath. Dropping into the present moment, letting go of whatever you were doing before this. Making a vow to yourself to see this practice through. Letting go of anything that comes up in between now and the end of practice. Letting go of anything that you have planned for after the practice. Starting to slow your breath down, lengthening inhales. Extending exhales. And this first portion of practice, the yin portion of practice, is really nice because we gently open up the body without any pushing or pulling, without any effort. And we open up the body so that then in the yang portion of practice, that more Hatha or slow flow style of practice, we're fully prepared. We feel a little bit more open. And we can focus more on strengthening than stretching. We're also creating an energetic balance, balancing the yin energy with the yang energy, balancing Ida Nadi with Pingala Nadi, sun energy and moon energy. So there's lots of different names for the two forces within all of us that unify and create harmony. That's really what the intention of this practice is. The style of practice is to create that harmony from within. Take another breath in. Exhale. If you have the arms behind you, let go. Bring your right hand to the right side of your head and help your head come back up to center. Release that right hand down. Pause. Notice the way the left side of your neck feels compared to the right. flutter your eyelids open. Before we do that same pose on the other side, we're going to go into a twist, deer twist. So with your right leg either in front or on top, you're going to lean to your left hip, bend the right knee and swing the right leg around so your right knee is pointing towards the shorter edge of your mat. You have this zigzag shape, deer shape with the legs, and then you're going to twist away from the right leg towards the shorter edge of your mat. Take a breath in, and then exhale. Maybe come down to forearms. And this is a place that I sometimes like to use blocks under my head or under my chest. Or you can just create some fists. Rest your head down on those fists. Drop back into your breath. And so like I said before, the intention for the practice is to create harmony, but maybe there's something in your life that feels more resonant with you, a sense of peace or harmony that you're trying to create within your life. And considering how this practice is helping you get there. What is your purpose for practicing? And keep in mind, in the yin portion of practice, we're really trying to soften and let go, not trying to force or strain. Notice if you can let go a little bit more, deepen your breath. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, press down through your hands to come up. And you can turn to face one side of your mat and just extend your legs for a moment. Point and flex the toes, shake out the legs, shake out the knees. And just notice how the left side of your body feels compared to the right. We got that neck stretch on the left side, and then we had that twist towards the left. And now we're going to do it again, but to the other side. So I'll turn to face you again. We're going to either cross our left shin on top of our right shin or cross the left leg in front if that is better for your body, because really there is no right or wrong pose. In yin yoga especially, every posture can be adapted and has more so of an energetic effect And it's important that you feel at your edge for the energetic effect to really benefit you and you don't feel like you are straining. So it doesn't matter what the pose looks like, is what I'm trying to say. You do what feels good to your body. If this does feel good for your body, meeting me here, reach the right arm around, grab a hold of your left elbow crease this time with your right hand, and then left ear over left shoulder. Really relax into your jaw. Soften the space between your eyebrows. Every exhale, soften a little bit more. And start to deepen your breath. Last little bit on this side. And with your next breath out, release the hands from behind you. Use your left hand to the left side of your head to help your head come back to upright. Brief pause. Notice the way your neck and your shoulders feel. And then fluttering eyelids open. This time, deer pose, deer twist to the right. So lean onto your right hip, swing that left leg around. Hands go towards the shorter edge of your mat. You're twisting over your right thigh. Take a breath in, lengthen. Exhale, and come down to forearms, maybe staying here. Maybe stacking fists. And with every breath, just softening and letting go. You may notice that a little bit more space opens up in your body as you stay here longer. And if your body invites you into a little bit more depth, you're welcome to take that invitation. And take another breath in. Exhale, press through your hands and your arms. Pick yourself up away from the mat, out of the twist. And again, you can send your legs out in front of you in any direction really, and lean back on the hands and then just stretch out the legs, wiggle the hips, the toes, the knees. Feel that sense of balance or equilibrium in your body now that we've done the postures on each side. And then we'll come into our last yin posture. Cross at the ankles, roll over the knees, come through all fours. And then widen your knees a comfortable distance apart, big toes touch, hips go back towards your heels, reach your arms forward, melt your heart down into tadpole or extended child's pose, balasana in Hatha language. And this posture is acting as our bridge between yin and yang. If you haven't already, arriving at an intention for your practice. And then once you've landed on an intention, making it your practice to move with that intention on your mat, so that whenever you step off of your mat into the rest of your day, you have that anchor, something to return to if things get a little bit challenging, hairy. Take one more breath here. Sigh it into your mat. And then inhale, lift your head, look forward. Exhale, shift forward, back into your tabletop position. Knees come underneath your hips. And then let's start to move through a few rounds of cats and cows. Inhale, lift your sits bones, drop your belly, pull your heart through. Exhale, round your spine, chin towards your throat, tailbone down. Breathe in, cow shape with the spine, head up, tailbone up. Exhale, round your spine, navel draws up. A few more, move with your breath. Starting to really establish that breath and body connection. Another form of union and harmony that happens through our yoga practice. One more here. Inhale, come through neutral table, and then tuck your left toes under, kick back through your left heel, press into your left heel to enjoy a little bit of a calf stretch. And now that we're in this yang portion of practice, really avoid crashing into the joints. I want you to press the floor away from you with your arms, with your hands. Lift up through the low abdominals. And then we're going to keep all of that the same as we lift the left toes up and cross the left toes over to the right side of the mat and look past your right shoulder towards your left foot to get into the side body here. Everything in the front body lifting up to meet the back body. Inhale, look down, lift that left foot and step it to the outside of your left hand for a little lizard pose. You can walk your right knee back, left toes can point out at a bit of a diagonal. You can just take the hips side to side. Really starting to open into the pelvis, hip flexors. Begin to walk your hands back, straighten the left leg, flex back through the left toes. So kind of like your half splits, a lot like your half splits, but just the leg is going a little bit wider. Really pull the heart forward, reach out through the crown of your head. And then walk your hands forward, roll through the front foot, tuck your right toes under, lift the back knee, and then we're going to step the left foot back into our first downward facing dog. Whenever you get here, hips are high, you can pedal out your feet. Shift your hips side to side. Using this first downward dog as more of a stretch and a little wake-up call for the body. Head is really heavy. Take another breath here. And then inhale, shift forward, plank. Exhale, drop just the left knee down, and now you're in that right leg extended modified table. Press back through the right heel, lift up through the low abdomen, press the floor away. Neck is nice and long here too. And then lift your left foot up, right foot, and then cross your right foot over to the left side of your mat. Reach back through that heel. Looking past your left shoulder to the right foot. I'm getting my rights and lefts confused today. Alrighty, look down between the hands, lift that right foot up, breathe in, and step right foot to the outside of your right hand. Maybe walk your left knee back, let the hips be heavy, and then you can do some gentle sways side to side, big hip stretch. From here into that half splits variation, flex back to the right toes, walk your hands back, maybe come onto fingertips like what I'm doing here. Right leg can always have that little bend of the knee. Think cow pose in your spine, keeping the back really straight as you can. On your next exhale, walking your hands forward, roll through the front foot, tuck your left toes, lift the back knee, step back into now our second downward dog. You can have some little wiggles here, just making sure everything feels good. And then let's move through a little vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward into plank. Option to lower your knees, or you can shift forward slightly, bend the elbows in, lower all the way to the belly, forehead to the mat, toes point back. Inhale, baby cobra, lift head and heart. Exhale, lower. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, lower. Last one, maybe baby cobra. Maybe you press into the hands, press into the tops of the feet, come into your first upward dog, and then exhale, shift it up and back, downward facing dog. And then from this downward facing dog, inhale, look towards your hands, take any amount of steps to get to the top of your mat. Uttanasana, exhale, forward fold when you get here. Just like in all of our hamstring stretches, so our downward dog, our half splits, here again you can bend your knees as much as feels good, trying to take as much of the rounding out of your back as you can. Maybe grab opposite elbow with opposite hand. Gentle sway side to side. Come back into stillness. Inhale, lift halfway, maybe hands to your shins, flat back, lift your head. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale and fold. Last one, breathe in, flat back. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, press into your feet from the base of your spine. Rise up. When your hands pass your knees, reach your arms up, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart center, pause. Notice how you feel. Feeling the rush of energy from the crown of your head down to your feet, and the energy being pulled up through your feet and out through the crown of your head. Again, this concept of balance, push and pull, up and down, sun and moon, yin and yang. Alrighty, from here into your Utkatasana, chair pose. Feet are together, big toes touching, heels slightly apart, unless it feels better to keep your feet a little bit wider. And then put a bend into your knees, send your hips back, creating almost like a lightning bolt shape with your body. Hands can stay at heart center. Maybe you take the arms straight out in front of you. Maybe you take the arms alongside your ears. Make sure you're not ducktailing here. Scoop the tailbone under a tad, lift up through your lower abdominals. And breathe. As you're breathing, ground through your feet. And then find something in front of you that's not moving. And we're going to press down through that left foot to pull the right knee in as we straighten the left leg. So the weight goes into the left foot. And then tree pose, right foot goes to the inside of your left leg, wherever is most accessible. Arms can stay overhead. You can bring that right arm down like I just did to set the foot to the inner thigh if that's best for you. And keep breathing. Take another breath in. Exhale, hands to heart center, and we're going to take a big step back with the right foot to open into a Utthita Konasana goddess pose. So toes out, heels in, bend the knees, sink the hips down. Just like in Utkatasana, a little scoop down of the tailbone, a little lift up through the pelvic floor and the low abdomen. Hands can stay at heart center, or maybe this time arms come all along your ears. Feeling that strength and that heat building within you. There will be a proper cool down towards the end of our yang practice. All right, inhale, press through your feet, straighten your legs, star pose. Exhale, hands to the waistline, toes in, heels out. So the opposite of what we were doing. Take a breath in, lift your heart. Exhale, hinge at your hip creases. Come through a flat back position and then take your hands underneath your shoulders. Let your head get heavy into Prasarita Padottanasana. Relax the weight of your head. Tractioning out your spine. A couple more breaths here. Shoulders come away from your neck. Inhale, hands under the shoulders, lift halfway. Exhale, plant your right hand. Inhale, lift that left arm up, twist towards the left. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, right arm up, twist towards the right. Exhale, right hand down, and then we're gonna walk the hands towards the right foot, framing the right foot with your hands, lunge into your right knee, drop the left knee down. Inhale, Anjani Asana, your low lunge. Arms come forward and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Two options here. You can either take a prayer twist, which is taking your left elbow on top of your right thigh, pressing the elbow into the thigh, opening your heart, or if this feels uncomfortable or if it's a little too much today, take the arms out into this T shape, reaching left arm forward, right arm back. No matter what twist you're in, really feel length in the spine as you breathe in, and feel a little bit of depth in the twist as you breathe out. Exhale, look down towards your foot, your right foot. Hands frame that front foot. Tuck the left toes under, lift the back knee, plant your hands, step back, plank pose. Option to take a flow here, or you can take it straight back to downward dog. You exhale through chaturanga to the belly. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And so we're facing the back of the mat. That's okay. We're gonna make our way back around to the front. Alrighty, inhale, look forward. Exhale, take any amount of steps to come forward and forward fold. Uttanasana, just a couple of breaths here. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, press into your feet, rise up, upward salute. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let the dust settle, ground into your feet. And then prepare for Utkatasana, chair pose. Feet can stay hip width distance, or you can bring big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. Bend your knees, send your hips back. Hands at heart center, forward or along the ears. Strong legs, strong core. Next breath in, power down through the right leg. Lift the left knee up as you straighten the right leg, one-legged Tadasana into your tree pose, Vriksasana. Left foot to the inside of your right leg, wherever it lands. Maybe use the left hand to assist. No worries if you fall. It's not an easy posture. On your next exhale, hands to heart center, big step back with the left foot into that goddess, toes out, heels in, bent knees, Utthita Konasana, strong and straight spine, maybe the arms overhead, a few breaths here. Great work. Inhale, press through the feet, straighten the legs, lift the arms, star. Exhale, hands to the waistline, parallel your feet, toes in, heels out, breathe in, lift your heart again. Exhale, hinge at the hips. Nice long spine, come through the flat back and then hands underneath you, fold down any amount, let your head be heavy. Few breaths like this. Notice if all of the weight is going into your heels. Try to shift the weight into the ball joints just a little bit. And vice versa, if all of your weight is going into your toes, shift the weight into your heels a little bit. Find balance. Inhale, hands under the shoulders, lift halfway. Exhale, left hand stays down, right arm goes up. Take a breath. Exhale, replace the right hand or the left hand with the right. Inhale, left arm goes up. And then exhale, left hand down this time, making our way towards the front of the mat again. Spin on the feet, hands frame that left leg, bend into the knees, drop the right knee down. Inhale, Anjaneyasana, arms forward and up. Exhale, let the dust settle. And then choose your variation of a twist. Right arm forward, left arm back, or hands at heart center, right elbow on top of your left thigh. One more breath. Exhale, look down, frame your hands over that left leg, tuck the right toes, lift the back knee, and then we'll step the left foot back into plank, option to take it to downward dog or move through a vinyasa. Breathe out through chaturanga to the floor. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll take a little rest here. Next breath in, right leg goes high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee behind the right wrist. Toes point over to the left a little bit. Walk the left leg back into your pigeon pose, starting to cool things down again. Take a breath in, lift your heart, a little back bend. Exhale, bring the elbows down if that's comfortable. This is another place that I like to use blocks whenever I have them. If you have them nearby, you could put one under your head or under your chest. Or again, we could stack the fists. I'm going to take about 10 breaths here on each side. And try to let go of any tension that might have been built up through that more strenuous portion of practice. Stress is not a bad thing, we need it, but it's important to end a stress cycle. And that's the importance of Shavasana. Give your body time to rest. Next inhale, lift your head. Exhale, press into your hands. Walk your left knee in. We're gonna go right back to downward dog, stepping that right foot back. Stretch out your legs, stretch out your arms, your shoulders. And then into the second side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, left knee behind, left wrist, left toes towards the right. Walk the right leg back. Stay here on the hands, breathe in. Exhale, if you want to, drop it down to the forearms or rest your head down on a prop or on your hands. About 10 breaths here. Breathe in, lift your head. Press down through your hands, breathing out. This time, instead of stepping back to downward dog, you can just roll over to your left hip and send the legs into a wide V shape for Upavishta Konasana, a seated wide angle forward fold. So the legs really just go as wide as feels comfortable to you. Flex back through the toes, activate the tops of the thighs. Think a little bit about that cow pose shape in your spine. So we're really sitting up tall here. And then we're gonna take a side bend first. Right hand can be on top of that right leg. Inhale, left arm goes up. Exhale, side bend towards the right. Keep breathing here. Next inhale, come up through center. Exhale, left hand onto the left leg. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, side bend towards the left. A few breaths on this side. Inhale, coming all the way up. Exhale, fold towards the right leg this time. Stay grounded through your left hip as you're doing this. Still active through the legs, flex back through the toes. Just fold down any amount. Inhale, coming all the way back up. Exhale, fold towards the left leg. Ground through the right sits bone. Keep the right leg active. And finally, inhale, lift yourself up, come back through center, and exhale, walk your hands forward, fold straight down the midline, go to your edge here. Inhale, lift your head. Exhale, press through the hands, slowly come up. Hands underneath your knees to help bend the legs back in. You can turn to face the shorter edge of your mat, and then we'll slowly roll down onto our backs, finishing up our practice. And so when you arrive, give yourself a breath or so to let your spine recalibrate. Enjoy having back support. And we'll move into a bridge pose. Feet are hip-width distance, arms down beside you, and your heels should be just outside of the graze of your fingertips. Press the shoulders and the arms into the mat. Tilt your tailbone down. On your next inhale, press into your feet. Lift your hips towards the sky, any amount. And exhale, stay here. Inhale, squeeze through the inner thighs. Lift your chest towards your chin. Exhale, press down through the feet, press down through the arms. Inhale, maybe you start to wiggle your shoulders underneath you, interlace fingers. Exhale, keep pressing through the arms, press through the legs. One more breath. And exhale, release your hands if you interlaced. Wiggle your shoulders out, slowly roll down onto your back. Let's come into a couple of twists. Extend your right leg, pull your left knee in. Left arm out beside you, and then guide your left leg over to the right. Supine twist. On the breaths in, really feel your collarbone spreading side to side, your ribs moving side to side. The exhales, navel draws back a little bit. Take an inhale, move through center. Exhale, swap out your legs, right knee in, left leg long. Right arm beside you, breathe in. Exhale, right leg towards the left for the twist on this side. Once again, breathe in, feel expansion through your chest and your ribs. Exhale, navel draws back a little bit, find some depth. Inhale, return to your back. Exhale, right foot down. Come back to constructive rest. Just notice how your body feels. Notice if there's any other way of moving that would feel good before you go into your resting position. And then when you do feel ready, set yourself up in your Shavasana, your final resting pose. Again, it is exceedingly important that you take a little bit of time here at the end to let your nervous system regulate, end the stress cycle. You've done it, and now you can relax. When it feels like you've arrived, take a deep breath in through your nose. Sigh it out. And let gravity be heavy on your body. Surrender to its pull. And you'll hear my voice when it's time to come back into this space. Until then, enjoy your rest. Remaining just as you are, start to bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the support beneath you. Sense the space around you. Notice the way that your breath moves in your body. And begin to wake your body up with small, gentle movements, fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, nodding your head side to side, until eventually you're ready to take a big, full body stretch, breathing in to stretch from fingers to toes, breathing out to let everything go. When you're ready, pulling the legs in, rolling over to one side, any side. Just use your bottom arm like a pillow and give yourself a breath or so here. Feel the in-between space, the space between your practice and the rest of your day. And slowly press down, raise up, and meet me in a seat. No hurry. Make yourself comfortable, sit up tall. And just take a moment when you get here to soften any hard edges. Reflect on your practice. Notice how you feel. Remind yourself of your intention. Maybe coming back to that intention to create harmony, balance. And taking it with you into the rest of your day. The yoga doesn't stop when we get off the mat. Bring palms together in gratitude, gratitude for the practice, for the time that you've had on your mat, for yourself for choosing to be here. And we'll close with one chant of Om, wherever you are with your breath. Deep breath in, exhale to chant. Om. Thank you so much for joining me for this practice. I hope that it served you well. Leave me a comment below letting me know how you're feeling, how you like the practice, and if you would like to see more of these in the future. I personally really love going from yin to yang or yin to hatha, so I hope that you enjoyed it as well. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do. I release new classes every single Sunday and sometimes an extra one in the middle of the week for special occasions. With all of that said, I hope we can practice together again very soon. And until then, namaste.